I think the emotion I'm looking for is pissed off. You know, anytime you go through a big life upheaval, a life transition, or a life quake, what was is over. What used to be is no more. And what will be, who you will be, isn't fully formed yet. So you're in this gooky, messy middle. And we're built for certainty and finality and structure. And when you're in this place where you don't know and it's uncertain, it's really uncomfortable. And I think that discomfort, trying to solution that discomfort, and we can't, and we're not quite sure how, it just pisses you off. I think there's this angst and anger and frustration, and that is the emotion that I would suggest you watch out for. Because once I stopped, and I talked about this in another video about when you recognize that you're pissed off or you recognize something's wrong and you don't know what it is, don't keep trying to fix it. Don't keep trying to find things to do, trying to fix it. Don't keep churning and churning. Stop, right? And I think for me, there were things that I knew internally that I wanted and where I wanted to go, but I had not fully formed the ideas or the direction. It wasn't words. I did not have the words of knowing. I just had a gut feeling of knowing. And I think recognizing the pissed off because it wasn't happening, I stopped and I started all of the stuff you've heard before: journaling, mindfulness, free writing, just spending time with yourself. That's what it takes in order for all of this gut feeling and knowing to come up with words for it, to be able to express it, acknowledge it, recognize it, express it, so you can turn that gut feeling into a decision, action to take, to do something. I don't know if that makes sense, but in looking back, it was just a feeling of this frustration and being pissed off because I had this feeling that I was meant for more, that I knew there was more for me. It wasn't where I was. And we can get into a whole slew of other discussions about a whole lot of things, and we will. But I suggest for you, I just can't express enough how important it is to spend time with yourself in whatever way works best for you, in order to take all of the pissed offness and the frustrations and this feeling of being entrapped in a gooky, messy middle and not being able to fight your way out. Recognize that and work with it. So I hope this makes sense. And I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them for me. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And again, very glad that you're here.